Good afternoon, guys. Another little project here. I was out in the garden earlier today and realised that there is a Casuarina Cunninghamiana, or she oak, self-sown in the garden bed here in a very awkward spot. I'll try and see if I can show you it. Here is a branch of it, and its stem is up through there and down into there, right next to the rock, and the top of it is here, and that's when I noticed it. It's quite large. So the my previous experience with casuarinas is that when they get to this size, their root system's going to be reasonable. So I am going to try and extract it and transplant it. That's my preference, but if that is unsuccessful, I'll just have to rip it out and poison it, because it's right next to the house. It's just too close. So it's unfortunate that it's self-sown there, but I'm going to give it a go of trying to get it out. So we'll see how we go. It's going to be a bit of an operation. At this point in the process, we had a slight technical issue and the camera wasn't working. Anyway, I managed to get the tree out, but all that we had was a very small root system on the bottom of the tree, so I wasn't confident of a successful transplantation. So I did find a spot in the garden and plant it, and we pick up the story after I've planted it and about to do some work with it as far as staking it out. So apologies for that. It was very spectacular. You should have seen it, but anyway, on with the story. All right. Put this long stake in. All right. So what I'm using here is a proper tree tie material. It's a very flexible fabric, won't harm the tree at all. And the idea is just to tie it up to give it a bit of support in the wind. Tie it up really well. And probably do another one just up here. You notice that I'm not tying it tight against the stake. I'm allowing a bit of movement, because if the roots do take, they've got to learn to support the tree's weight. So that's what I'm doing there with those two ties. So we'll put a tree guard around it. Now in this situation, it's probably not protecting the tree from predators so much as in assisting the tree, giving the tree a little microclimate to work in. Because it's obviously much taller than tree guard, but it'll just help rain funnel down to the base of the tree, which is what we want when we're trying to establish a tree in these circumstances. Okay. We'll give it a bit of slow release fertiliser. Too much, and then we'll give it a sea salt. All right, give it a good sea salt. Okay, while we're waiting for that to the water in there to soak down a bit so I can top it up, here's the other tree that the self-sown conifer that I did a number of weeks now. It's still fine, it has no signs of death or anything, so I think that one's going to be okay. And you may be saying to yourself, mate, you planted that other one too close. Well, this one here is very slow growing. The Casuarina Cunningham will outcompete this dead to rights. So actually it'll act as a bit of a cover. So yeah, I'm not too concerned about the closeness. And also the Casuarina, this one over here, it's pretty short-lived. 10-15 years normally, whereas that one over there, 20-30 years generally. So it's that's all drained away now, so I'll just get some more. So obviously we'll do what we always do with the sea sole and give it another sea sole in a week's time. And yeah, that's probably the best we can do. I'm not confident, as I said. You saw there was no root ball. It was just bare roots. And unlike deciduous fruit trees and stuff, which don't mind being planted bare root, don't know that Australian natives do. And this is Australian native, this Casuarina. So I've done all that I can to give it best shot at its new home. Let's see how we go. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in as always. Like and subscribe.